This is the part 4 video of chapter 6 for standard 8th science, composition of matter. If you haven't watched the first 3 parts, please click on the link in the description box below. Hey, this video was made just for you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let us continue this chapter by learning types of mixtures. Try this. Take 3 beakers. Beakers are nothing but jars. Take a little sand and water in the first beaker. Take some crystals of blue vitriol and water in the second beaker. Blue vitriol is copper sulfate and this is like crystals. So we take these crystals and add it to water. Blue vitriol is soluble in water, so it will dissolve in the water when you put it together. Take some blue vitriol and sand in the third beaker. Now in the third beaker, we have to take crystals of blue vitriol along with sand. Stir the materials in all the 3 beakers and observe. Record your observation in the following table. So let us complete this table together. So in the first beaker, we had sand and water. In the second beaker, we had crystals of blue vitriol and water. And in the third beaker, we had blue vitriol and sand. So what change is seen on stirring each of these beakers? When you stir sand and water and keep it aside, after a while you will notice that the sand will go at the bottom of the water and it will stay there. And you will get 2 layers, a sand layer at the bottom and on top of that the water layer. When you stir blue crystals of vitriol and water, you will observe that the blue vitriol will dissolve in the water and now you will get a liquid of blue color. In the third beaker, when we stir the blue vitriol and sand, you will observe that the blue vitriol now does not mix with the sand. That is, it won't get dissolved in each other. So you will get a separate layer of blue vitriol and a separate layer of sand. The number of phases in the mixture. What is the meaning of this word phases over here? Your phases means the number of layers that you get after mixing each of the contents of the beaker. So in the first case, when we mix sand and water, we got 2 separate layers of sand and water. When we mixed the blue vitriol and water, we observed that the blue vitriol and water gets dissolved and you will only get a single phase. That is just a blue water. That is just one phase. And finally, when you mix blue vitriol and sand, again you would get 2 layers, that is 2 phases, because the blue vitriol does not dissolve in the sand. Types of mixture. There are 2 types of mixture, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture would only be possible if there is just one phase. And if it is 2 or more phases, then it is heterogeneous mixture. So in this case, the first and the third beaker would have a heterogeneous mixture, whereas the second phase would have a homogeneous mixture. The part of matter having uniform composition is called a phase. So the phase is nothing but the uniform substance that is forming a layer. Write the third column of the table the number of phases seen in each of the beakers after stirring. So this is what we have done when we have written the number of phases in each of the beakers. When all the components of a mixture form one phase, it is called homogeneous mixture. Therefore, when only this one would have a homogeneous mixture because it is the only one with just one phase. When the components of a mixture are distributed into 2 or more phases, it is called a heterogeneous mixture. That is, the first and third beaker would be heterogeneous mixture. Always remember, all the particles of a solid that stay together or are in the same container constitute a single phase. So, a particular substance and all its particles form one phase. Example, a heap of stones. Also we seen in the previous example, all the sand particles were together and they formed one phase. A liquid substance along with all the soluble substances dissolved in it together constitute a single phase. This was seen in the second example when blue vitriol was dissolved in water. This was forming one phase. Example, seawater. So seawater is nothing but salt and water mixed together. So even though they are 2 different substances, when mixed together, because they dissolve in each other, it becomes one phase, and that is an example of seawater. A liquid or all its drops present together or in the same container constitutes a single phase. Example, raindrops. When you collect raindrops in one container, it comes together and forms one phase. The liquids present together or in the same container but not mixed with each other constitute separate phases. Example, oil and water. You can try this at home too when you take a beaker and mix oil and water together. Even after stirring and placing aside for a few minutes, you will observe that the oil layer will come on top. That is, all the oil particles will form a layer and will come on top of the water. So we find two layers that are present, a water layer and an oil layer. And even though both of these are liquids, they form two separate phases. All the gases present together constitute a single phase. Example, air. Air contains many gases together such as nitrogen, oxygen, etc. All these gases mix together and form a single phase, and that makes air. Try this. Take 3 beakers. Beakers are the same transparent jars that we used in the earlier experiment. Take 10 gram of common salt in the first beaker. Common salt is the same salt that we use to put taste in our food. 10 grams of sawdust in the second beaker and 10 ml of milk in the third beaker. Add 100 ml of water in all the 3 beakers and stir. So we take 3 beakers and in each of that we add common salt, sawdust and milk respectively. After which we add 100 ml of water in each of the 3 beakers and stir it well. Which of the mixtures shows separate water phase? So when you mix water and common salt, they dissolve in each other and form just one phase. But when you mix it with sawdust, you will observe that the sawdust will settle down and the water will form a separate phase. So in this case, in the second beaker, you will find that there will be two phases. In the third beaker, when we mix milk and water, you will observe that some of the milk gets dissolved in water, whereas some of the oily substance will come on the surface of the water and again it will form two phases. Place the 3 beakers in front of a vertically held paper and pass a laser beam through the beakers from the opposite side. So we take these beakers and behind them we will hold a piece of plain white paper. And from front we have to flash a laser beam. At the same time, observe what appears on the paper in front of the beaker. So we have to observe what is present on this paper. Also look at the beaker from inside. So when the laser is passing through the beaker, we have to observe what it looks like within the beaker because the beaker we use is transparent. Also look at the beaker from the side. Arrange 3 filtration assemblies using conical flask, funnel and filter paper for doing the filtration. So filtration is when after you pour the liquid into the filter paper, some things which are bigger than the pore size of the filter will stay on top whereas the liquid substance will fall at the bottom. Stir the mixtures in 3 beakers and carry out the filtration. Record all the observation in the following table. So let us see the following table. So in this table, we have to see the components of each mixture in the respective beakers, whether they have a separate aqueous phase or not, whether the mixture is transparent or opaque. Transparent means clear, that we can easily see the mixture through and through, and opaque is when the mixture cannot be seen clearly. Components are separated or not separated by filtration is also what we have to see. So the first beaker, we dissolved salt in water. So the components of the mixture are salt and water. They do not have a separate aqueous phase because there is only one phase seen as the salt is easily dissolved in the water. It would be transparent because of the complete dissolution of the salt in the water. And on filtration, the components will not be separated. You can try this experiment and write down your own observations. The second beaker, in which we mix sawdust with water, we would observe that there is a separate aqueous phase because the sawdust will settle at the bottom of the beaker and on top you will have a separate water phase. This water would be transparent, but below it would be the sawdust present. On filtering, you will observe that the water would go through the filter paper, but the sawdust will get stuck. So, the components are separated by filtration. In the last example, when we mixed milk and water, the two components of the mixture are milk and water, and there is a separate aqueous phase because the mixtures are not properly and completely dissolved in each other, and the mixture would be opaque because the milk is not completely dissolved with the water. The components will not be separated because both of them are liquid and they will easily be filtered. So now let us learn certain terms that are commonly used. The first one is solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances is called a solution. So a homogeneous mixture, if you remember, is a mixture with just one phase. So those types of mixtures are called as solution. In the first beaker in the above activity, a homogeneous mixture of water and salt is formed. It is called a salt solution. That component of a solution which is present in the largest proportion is called the solvent. So in the above example, we had added 100 ml of water with just 10 grams of salt. So therefore, the larger proportion was water, and therefore in that example, the solvent would be water. The other components which are in less proportion than the solvent are called the solutes. So in the previous example, the salt would be the solute and the water would be the solvent. The process of forming a solution is by mixing the solutes in a solvent, and this is called as dissolution. So when you mix solutes and solvent, we do a process called as dissolution, and this forms a solution. According to the states of the components, solution can be of many types. Let us see the different types of solutions. The solutions such as seawater, blue vitriol dissolved in water, salt dissolved in water, sugar syrup are of the type of solid in liquid. In addition to this, the solution can also be of types of liquid in liquid. So, in the previous example, when we added salt in water, it was adding a solid in a liquid. Similarly, blue vitriol was copper sulfate crystals which was solid and that was added in a liquid water. Sugar syrup is also when we add sugar crystals within water. So similarly, we can also do liquid in liquid. For example, vinegar, dilute sulfuric acid. These are examples of liquid in liquid. And also there is gas in gas. For example, air. Air is nothing but a mixture of several gases. So nitrogen gas, oxygen gas, etc. form a whole big mixture called as air. There is also a mixture of solid in solid. For example, alloys like brass, steel, stainless steel, etc. Do you remember what alloys are? Alloys are nothing but when two or more metals are mixed together to form a separate metal. For example, brass was formed by mixing copper and zinc. So this is an example of solid in solid solution. Gas in liquid is example chlorinated water, hydrochloric acid, etc. The composition of a homogeneous mixture, that is to say solution, is uniform throughout the bulk. So in a solution, there will be just one phase, and that tells us that the solution is uniform. If the solvent is a transparent liquid, the solution is also transparent and it will pass through a filter paper. So water is a transparent solvent. So whenever we add a solute in water, it will form a transparent liquid, for example salt water, which will easily be able to get filtered within the paper. For the answers to this exercise and other free worksheets, please go to jkacademypro.com. This was the end of part 4. For the part 5 video, please click on the link in the description box below.